were considered one of the real tops on your field in your instrument, you were called King. And we had King Keppard. A lot of people don't realize Freddie Keppard's name was King Keppard, and one of his competitors was King Oliver. Now, King Oliver was one amazing guy because he was one of the guys that really started to orchestrate tricks with the band, funny little breaks and things like that with his bands. And early on, he was working in New Orleans. He worked in a lot of jazz clubs and stuff, but he had a day job as well. He was a gardener, among other things. And I told this story the other day, this afternoon. Years ago, when I was first playing with a band called the Louisiana Repertory Jazz Ensemble, we did all the early King Oliver, all the Jelly Roll Morton things. We were playing at a club uptown in New Orleans called the Maple Leaf Bar, and which is where I met my wife, well, who I married. And we were playing, and we played a song by King Oliver called "The Snake Rag." And it's a tricky song. Why wouldn't we get us to attempt to do this? Because it's one of those things, you got to rehearse it. I mean, it has these chromatic breaks in it and stuff like that, and you really have to rehearse it. But we played this thing, and right after we played this spindly old, matronly old lady came up and she said, "That was just wonderful, but you played it just a little too fast." And I thought to myself, I'm standing there with Fred Starr, the leader of the band. I said, "Well, you know, in those days, the tempos, they danced fast." She says, no, not that song. She says, "That was a little too fast. There was a dance that went to that." And, you know, anyway, I'm in trouble here. I said, "A dance?" She says, "Yes." She says, "There was a dance that went to that. That's the Snake Rag." And she did this dance. And I said, you know, she's like in her late 80s. And I said, "Well, how did you know that song?" She said, "Oh, well, Joe Oliver was our gardener." and she came from a very wealthy family that lived uptown. She said, "One Sunday every month, my father would let me have a garden party for all my friends. And Joe would come over with his band and he'd play for our garden party." She was like 7 and 8 years old. And she said, and that was our favorite song, was "The Snake Rag," because we learned, Joe taught us how to do the dance to it. And we couldn't wait. Imagine that, we're sitting there talking to somebody that's got this history. It's amazing. So in the early 70s, there were still people around it. We went all the way back to those days. Well, let's do Joe Oliver. Joe was he was called King Oliver because of all this. Let's see, what we're going to do. Dr. Jazz, yeah. This is a song about substance abuse, which musicians know nothing about. Now, I don't know if it is or not, but it's called "Hello Central, Give Me Dr. Jazz."